Hey everyone, it's MVPando, and you probably already saw the Dark Beginnings preview that Anime Expo gave us, and people are like questioning what's gonna happen, and also why is Emerl there? And I'm here to tell you why, so play the intro, because I got a lot of stuff to say. Alright, time for some quick context. It was allegedly said that Emerl the Gizoid was found in ancient ruins by Gerald Robotnik on his way trying to create the ultimate life form for information, which is why it's allegedly said that that's why in Gerald's book, the one you get for the pre-order, it talks about that in ancient ruins, which is another story, but for this, it says he found Emerl in the ancient ruins. Emerl was activated by a Chaos Emerald, or exposed to one, then found out about more history of it. Gerald found out more history about the Gizoids, then created a link with Emerl. Then he created a link with him because Gizoids create a link with a powerful being or person, anyone that has incredible power or massive power that's stronger to them. Gerald gave him to the United Federation because they wanted him to stop the Project Shadow thing that he was doing. So he gave him to the United Federation. Emerl wouldn't listen to anyone because of Gerald's link, so he couldn't absorb any more information or do anything. So he was basically useless to them.
What's going on with me? I can't get these images out of my mind. Those black creatures. How do they know me?
Because of the link he had with Gerald, he refused to absorb any new combat information by the United Federation until they gave him a Chaos Emerald. With him getting the Chaos Emerald, he was able to absorb more combat info, and it was actually able to get their experiments. Because of this, Gerald's link was broken, but now Emerl has a new link with the United Federation. Because of this, he went on a rampage, and the United Federation had witnessed it first. Then he went on a rampage on the Colony Arc, which looks familiar in the preview. Not saying it probably is, but like I'll get into that later. But just looks familiar to it. Then Gerald Gerald got his hands of it again. Was told to destroy him, but then decided to try to reprogram him. Before he tried to destroy him, but it looks like there was no way to destroy him. So he tried reprogramming him with Maria's soul. Not her actual soul, but based on her soul, giving him emotions and everything. That way he couldn't go on Rampage anymore. Giving it a new AI so it couldn't be any more destructive anymore, along with the based on Maria's soul. But it can only be completely no longer destructive with the 7 Chaos Emeralds and the phrase, "Bring hope to humanity." And if that sounds familiar, that's the exact same quote Maria said before she got shot by the gun soldier and died. But if you're asking why Shadow's connected with this, Shadow and Emerl's souls were modeled after Maria, and both of them saying of what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be a weapon of destruction, or supposed to be for the good of humanity, not knowing what they're for. Basically, in Shadow's story for a Sonic battle, they collect the Chaos Symbols and then say the phrase, bring hope to humanity, which gives him freedom of his destructive power for Emerl. It's very interesting of like if they'll do something about this in SonicXShadowGenerations, but because of Dr. Echo making Emerl expose to incredible power, Emerl goes on a rampage which messes up with his program, basically taking over him with his destructive power. Then, you already know the game, Sonic has to beat him, but then Maria's soul comes back and says goodbye to Sonic. So basically, he's probably going to play a huge part in Shadow Generations, because of him showing also says that we might get our 4th playable character. He might be the other character that's behind that question mark for SonicXShadowGenerations on the Japanese website. Seeing how it makes sense for like, if you get more context, him attacking Gerald, probably because he was exposed to it with much more power. But again, this is only my guess or like my theory, because I don't know that much, especially if that was only a preview. It might be completely different. But this is the Gizoid from might be Emerl the Gizoid from the past, because Emerl died in Sonic Battle. So I'm still not sure about the details, but about how this goes with Emerl. But Emerl being the next playable character might be like a good idea of it. He might be like the other character that you can play in the game. We might even like see him see more of his past, which will be very interesting. Which also makes me think, I wonder if Shadow will remember him too. If this, because I'm not really sure when this is taking place. If this is Shadow's memory, or if he's in a time, or he went back in time or something. I'm not really sure. What I think is that Black Doom exposed him to incredible power, which he made a link with the Black Arms and Black Doom, which is why he's attacking Gerald Robotnik instead of having to link with him. Because if this is true, like the memories, or he went back in time, he would have a link with Gerald. Again, not sure because this is a preview, but I'm still curious of why he's attacking Gerald. But then I think of for Emerl, when he was on a rampage after being exposed by the United Federation or Gun. It's at the same point in time when he was supposed to when on the colony arc. That's when the Gun had stormed aboard the space colony arc to kill anyone on board and take Shadow with them. And maybe this is a what if they just sent Emerl with them, or it was just Emerl who's the only one who went on board the space colony arc to kill everyone. But again, this is only a theory. This is only for at least my theory, since again this is a preview. Because I also have another thing I'm confused about. If you see Gerald and Emerl in the room, what room are they in exactly? I question, because there's tubes of in the back with tendrils or something. Maybe black arms stuff or something. I wonder if Shadow is in his memories again, or if he's back in time. It gives us more lore for we didn't know, and it's gonna be very cool when it happens. If he's in his memories back in time or distorted time. It's all confusing but very interesting nonetheless. Now to what I think. I think Emerl is going to be the character behind the question mark, because again, him showing means he has a big role in the game. Depending on how he shows. With my theory being that Black Doom exposed him to incredible power, he made a link with him in the Black Arms. It is now over the side of Gerald and wanted to kill them and take Shadow along with them. Basically, I think the Black Arms are in the position that the Gun soldiers were in, of trying to take Shadow and kill anyone who knows about Project Shadow, which means something because it didn't show an SA2, which means it must be something. This could be something that happened before the events on the Space Colony arc, when everyone died at Maria and Gerald was taken, or it could be probably a what if scenario or something. It's very interesting. It's very confusing to think about it. If that's even the same Emerl, which definitely most likely is the same thing. Then again, we don't know we know the basics. We don't really know that much of the story for Shadow Generations, but I'm very hyped to know what it's going to be about. Something interesting too is that for the panel for the anime, so for Dark Beginnings preview, everyone had got posters for the thing that showed Rouge and Omega on it. So I wonder if they're gonna do anything else in the game, since they're gonna be in the previous. Remember, there's gonna be 3 episodes coming later this year in fall, leading up to Shadow Generations. So it's gonna be really cool, and I can't wait. And I just want to say the animation was really good. I wish it wasn't just a preview and we got the episode. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I can't wait. That's really how I'll have to say for right now. Again, I think my theory is that Black Arms are in the position of the Gun soldiers, where they gave information to Emerl. Emerl's now on their side, and went to kill everyone on the board and take Shadow, and probably take Gerald this time. It would make sense. But then also in the preview, it showed Gun soldiers, so it's probably my other theory that the Gun soldiers got Emerl and also took along him to apprehend Shadow and Gerald. So it's gonna be very interesting to nonetheless when it ever comes out later in fall. And subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one.